everybody. Hey everybody, I came to share with you a quick card that I made and also share some other info based on some things I did. So I had to make a birthday card. It's actually a belated birthday card for somebody, and I wanted to actually use this die that I have from Paper Tray Ink. I had purchased this from a somebody was destashing it. It's called the book cover card die, and you probably can't see that, but oh, there we go, book cover card, and it's from Paper Tray Ink. There is a coordinating stamp set for it. This is one of the ones that can go with it. It's called Book Cover Details. I actually just purchased the other one, the $15 set that goes with it as well. But this this particular die cuts an A2 size card into the shape of a book. And what was happening was these two particular cut lines on the die actually were cutting through the paper, and they're cut lines, and I think that's what was originally intended. Perhaps I think this came out in 2015, this die. So my husband and I used this grinding tool. It has a diamond tip blade to ground out the die so that it doesn't actually cut. So you can see here, this is an example of one that I had cut out before we, while we were messing with it. So you can see the back part here actually cuts through, and it's just connected by 2 points here. And because I'm making a card, I didn't want it to fall apart where it would come, you know, unhinged or whatever. So it was actually cutting through both of these lines right here in the book. And so you can see it kind of still did it right here after he ground it out a little bit. But at one point it was cutting all the way up too, just like this back one was. So he fixed it for me. And now when it cuts, it doesn't cut any, it just scores on those two lines. And the way that this works is you score it inward, and or you fold it inward from the back and you fold it outward from the front so that it looks like a book. Okay, so the die also comes with these other dies as well. That says once, this says happily, and this is for you. And there are stamps that fit from the set that I just showed you into these little openings. And then this is some detail for the book itself. So let me show you my card. Betsy Veldman's new kit is coming out, and it is a fairy tale themed, and it's got book dies as well. So I was kind of inspired to make this card for my family member. And let me go ahead, and you're probably going to see this. It fits down here. Okay, so this is the front of the card, and it looks like a book. It's got that I cut it in white for the pages. I showed you that part of the die. I put a bookmark in just by putting some seam binding through one of these cut lines here. And then these are dies from that I showed you. Now this tulip set is actually from another set that I have from Paper Tray. And I had previously cut a whole bunch of them and stamped them out so that I would be able to use them later. These are some extras. So this is the front cover of the card, and then it opens like a book. And on the inside, I used, again, some of the tulip die cuts. This is a little banner from Paper Tray and a stamp from Paper Tray in this Initial Sentiments birthday set. That's where that stamp comes from. And then I have this library card set. Now, I didn't have the one from Paper Tray. I have since purchased it from somebody. But I think it was Terry F. who sent me these. Thank you, Terry. A number of years ago, I think it was at least, Terry had sent me some vintage ephemera, and they are library cards and the pockets. Now, she sent me one pocket, which is the one that's in the card, that actually fits inside, because these are too wide to fit in the card itself. So, but they do hold the library cards, you see that? So I used the one card that she sent me, or the one pocket that she sent me that was smaller, to put in the card. It does have its own, in the die set, it has its own pocket. And it is too small to fit these pre-made library cards, so I used the one that she had sent me. I can't find the die that is the card. It is the same exact size as this, but the problem is it doesn't have the back pieces to actually connect it to the card, so I have to wait until I get the stamp to use it. So this library card actually looks like this on the front, but because I typed in our names in here, I actually typed in her birthday and her name, so I don't want to share that with you all, and that's why it's turned around in the back. And then what I did on the back side is put a glue dot on this Barnes & Noble gift card and inserted it into the pocket, so it does go all the way down, and I just pulled out. There you go. So as she opens this, it'll be the reverse of this card, and it will show her name and a little message on the card itself that I just typed with my typewriter. So that is my card share for today, and just a little bit about how you can grind out some dies if you're having problems with it cutting through. Just take one of these tools and carefully go over the lines that you want to grind down, and now that he's done this, it will not cut through and it will just score my cardstock. And this is really thick cardstock. This is the Paper Tray Ink Stamper Select White, which is even thicker than the 110-pound cardstock from Michaels if you use that for your card bases. So for those of you who are wondering, it will, you know, it'll work now properly, like the way I think it should be. Now, Betsy's kit comes out tonight on the Paper Tray Ink website, and it is, like I said, it's fairy tale themed, and she was using this die from a previous Make It Market kit in her new book box die collection. And I've tried it. This particular die is going to be available for sale too, but this comes out of a previous kit that is the All Through the House kit. So if you are looking for this particular die, they now have it. It will have it individually for sale, and it makes this size box. It's actually a matchbox, so I didn't cut the sleeve for the matchbox because they were saying you could use it inside their new dies that they're releasing. So this is actually too small for this particular die. I'll have to figure out how to make a box of a larger size to fit inside of here if I want to use it in the same manner that their fairy tale kit is. So just a little information there. I did start some extra Christmas cards. So this one would be, again, another card just like the green one I created, but this is Christmas theme, and here is the die cut for the pocket, the library pocket. So I'm waiting on the stamp to come in so that I can stamp and die cut the library card on my own instead of using this ephemera, because this card is the same exact size as, or same exact width as the actual pocket insert, which you don't want because, again, it doesn't have any of the folds to actually attach it on. You can make them, but I would rather just be able to just do it, you know, quickly. So I'm just waiting on the library card stamp to come in that I ordered and, you know, finish this card out. But this is a Christmas card I'm making. You can see this is Tim Holtz paper from last year. I just added some ribbon from Michaels as a bookmark, and then I'll put some Christmas sentiment on the front to finish it out. So that's what I've been up to, amongst other things. I have some swaps that I've been putting together products for, but I can't share them yet because the recipient I haven't even mailed them. So I'll share those in a separate video. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.